Hello. So, hey, it's this game show about fantasy sports. Listeners are affiliates, and the affiliate with the most points wins stickers and a pack of Panini cards every episode. Remember, I just want to say thank you guys for being on here and taking your time. Affiliates and contestants, all right? Please subscribe to the YouTube, or if you're watching this on our X, formerly Twitter, please subscribe there as well. Just give us a follow. We'll give you a follow back. Let's just keep the content rolling today, guys. We got a pretty interesting Monday Night Football matchup. But as you know, this is the mystery question. This is SC's first time. Coach has been a contestant winner. Troy's been on a couple times, all right? This episode's called Utility Players, and you will find out in a reason. This player won the team MVP on a Super Bowl winning team despite not playing in the Super Bowl. 20 seconds starts now. One guess. He's in the AFC. Or was, I should say. Second clue. Something special happened, and this is why San Francisco and Philadelphia lost. Oh, nobody could guess it. Kind of left it open right there. The answer is Earl Morale, the backup quarterback for the 72 Dolphins, who went on to be, to this day, the only undefeated team left to have a perfect season in the NFL. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you all here. We have three wonderful contestants. We're going to get everybody to say hello. I'm grabbing my board right now. Nothing on the other side. Forgive me.
I'm surprised Coach didn't get that. I mean, for the amount of stuff that Coach random stuff, I was just like, he's the one I thought would stump you.
Well, like I said, the connection was the Eagles and the 49ers losing. So early celebration for the 72 Dolphins. Coach, go ahead and start us off. How are you, man? Where can people find your work? And just stuff like that, my friend.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. So I'm glad I'm not an Evan Sandwich this time around. Last time I was on here, I was an Evan Sandwich. So, but you can find my work on the Twitter, the X, at Coach Craig Sport, on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports, sports affiliation website as well, and then on the sports affiliation YouTube for Coach Goes Back to College on Fridays.
Been nailing those betting props. Going to give you one more right there just because of that. Winning me money is always a good way to get the host in your favor. Up next, we do have, welcome back, my friend. I think this is your third show, my fellow Southern Rocky Mountain friend. How are you, Troy?
How are you doing? Yes, it is. First one on video. I've done the audio a few times. Usually I wander around my house, so my wife will actually be happy that I'll be stuck to one spot here and not able to move around. But I'm Troy. I used to write all over, had my own podcast. Now I try to jump in with anybody I can. And then I make merchandise. If you need a merch shop, I can set you up a merch shop for free, and we split profits from anything that's sold, so it doesn't cost you anything. But that's what we've been working on outside of my my general life, which is much less exciting. But I'm hoping to get back into some writing. I got to have some surgery done, so I'm going to be out of work for about 30 days. So I'm going to be writing some and jumping onto podcasts wherever I can find one, and so. Yeah, I'll be around for the next month after I have surgery on Halloween.
I know, man. Sorry, Troy, about that, but the surgery will go well. Giving you a thumbs up for the merch. And sorry your Royals just missed the cut for the pennant
race or whatever,
for the pennant race this year. Up next, first-time contestant. So glad to have you here. Feature Latin Heritage Month article highlight as well, Mr. SC Romero. How are you, sir?
Doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on here. Excited to be a contestant on here and have some fun. You can find my work on RPO Football every Thursday. I drop an IDP Start Sit article. Dynasty Pros, I do a Devi show every Tuesday and Thursday. Except tomorrow, I won't be on the show. I'll actually be on the show with Dynasty DJs talking IDP. So that's going to be a fun show tomorrow. And then League Winners, I just got on top with them to do some Devi content for them as well. So you can find my work there as well. And at the PPR, so on X, I just drop different content, IDP, Devi, all that kind of stuff. I love football, so let's get to it.
Man, I love it. So you give me one more thumbs up. Busy, we're in a couple chats together. IDP guy, are you a Chargers fan as well, or just got a Chargers jersey tonight?
So I live in Oregon, so this is the Herbert jersey going on here. So this is something that we're gonna go for. I've followed him when he was an Oregon Duck, and since then I've been a fan of the Chargers because he's there.
I love it. I love it. Remember, you got a pack of cards and stickers as well. We got plenty of contestants and affiliates that hop on and can verify that we do send what we say we're going to send. I do see Evan saying, "What up, fam? Thank you for being on here, Evan." Are only still at episode 31, two-time champion. So giving somebody the points there. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Sports Affiliation. Let's get right down to it, guys. Question 1. Hopping right into it, I kind of always leave this the same question, but I think it's always a good one to start with. Most impressive fantasy football performance you saw Sunday. This includes all positions, of course, defensive, kicker, IDP. They're all on board. And Coach, because you are the champion, we'll go you first. Troy, because you are a veteran, you come on here second. And SC, you're the rookie, so you get the last draw. You can say the same answers on these first couple of questions. No big deal. Coach, on the clock, and it starts right now, sir.
Yeah, I thought about doing an IDP one just for you, but I went with the running back, Raheem Mostert. He got 3 touchdowns yesterday. Running back 1 on the week. I think it was 115 rushing yards. I wrote it down over here on 17 carries, 3 receptions, and 17 receiving yards as well. So just kind of showing even without Devon Achane around, still can do some stuff there too. We'll see what it looks like when my boy Jeff Wilson gets back, though.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson's going to be interesting. A lot of people went and got him. I've had him on the IR in a couple spots. I went and got Brooks. He didn't do very much. Shout out to Mostert. Got him in a lot of best balls. I love it. Coach gave you 2 thumbs up right there, my friend. Up next, Troy. Who do you think had the best fantasy football performance and the why? And it starts right now.
So I was going to go with Mustard too, but that's fine. Let's go to the same team, different position. Tyreek Hill. Hill and Mustard have combined for, I think the number was 17 touchdowns, which is more than 29 other professional teams in the NFL. 29 other teams or 28 or 29 other teams cannot score as many touchdowns as Hill and Mustard combined. And I'm not worried about anybody taking away from Mustard. I don't care if it's Achane. I know he changed the pronunciation, so I may have that wrong. But I'm not worried about when he comes back. I'm sure not worried about anything else. But, yeah, Miami's crazy.
Got you right there in the end. Blew me away with that stat. I think Tyreek Hill, I saw our guy, Dynasty Vipers over there, Matt Donnelly. He got like a couple million people because he said, I think Tyreek Hill's 106 or 160 yards away from 1,000 yards. Pretty insane. FC, my friend, welcome to the show for your first question. That's not a mystery question. I don't feel bad about that. I'm 30-1, man, so no big deal. Who do you think had the best fantasy football performance? And it starts right now.
Man, so I said I live in Oregon. We'll go with my hometown team, the Texans. We're going to go with Blake Cashman, IDP. My guy came out and performed 15 total tackles, 2.5 sacks. John Macri actually cheated. He's the top linebacker graded on PFF with 90.3 overall grade and an 88.9 coverage grade, second when it comes to linebackers. Just a dominant performance. Texans needed a leader, and it looks like he stepped up to be that, and just excited to see what D'Amico is going to use with him moving forward.
Right at the end. What a jab there. I got to give you the D'Amico point, too. Going to have a favorite right now. 6 points for SC as we keep it rolling. Anything from the audience, JC? I don't see anything right now. Do you see anything on the X? No? All right, man. No big deal. We're going to keep it rolling, and then we'll get to the second question. Like I said, SC 6, Troy 5, Coach 4, the audience 2. All right? So second question right here. Who will be the highest scoring FF player tonight? Of course, we keep that 6 point on the passing touchdown, half point PPR, 100-yard bonus. You get 3 points for every 100 yards, whether it be receiving or rushing. All right, up first, we do have Troy, then we'll go SC, then we'll go Coach. So Troy, it's on you, and it starts now.
Keenan Allen, he's always the go-to for Herbert, and they are hurting at wide receiver. You know, I don't see the rookie getting real hot. It's not Quentin Johnson's time yet. It's still Keenan Allen time, and I think Keenan's going to have a great game tonight against Dallas, who just seems broken all over.
Man, I love it. Yeah, do you think there's any revenge narrative there with Kellen Moore? Keenan Allen making him look so good?
I don't know. I just right now, you can't count on anything out of Dallas. I know a lot of the start-sit questions I had involved people having Lamb, and I was like, I'm not taking Lamb anywhere because I don't trust the offense. I don't know what's happened to Dak. He didn't used to throw interceptions. I remember they posted a stat in the San Francisco game about Brock Purdy had the second most. It was the most to start his rookie year, but it was the second most overall because Murray had thrown one early on in his rookie year and then didn't throw one. But you know, Dak's like third on that list for most attempts as a rookie without an interception. And now the guy can't go 5 passes without an interception. He's thrown more interceptions in the last couple of years than anybody. So I'm avoiding anybody on the Cowboys.
He did have a major injury. I gave you 3 points there, Troy. I do love it. SC, who do you think is going to have the biggest night tonight and why? And it starts now.
Man, we're going to go with my man Austin Eckler, a.k.a. Awesome Excellence. Coming back from injury, he's fully healthy. He's good to go. As he said earlier, you know, the wide receiver room is a little bit banged up for Chargers. But guess what? Eckler's a pass-catching running back, so we might see him explode a little bit more. The Cowboys' coverage isn't that great, so this is an opportunity for him to come out the flats or even just hit that corner and, you know, Justin Herbert find that quick route. And I think Austin Eckler could, you know, go out there and put up that 3-touchdown performance that we saw from Raheem this week.
Calling for the 3 tutties. I'll give you one more there. I'm pretty sure I'm playing against Austin Eckler, but it's all good. Coach, you know what? They didn't take the Cowboys who are playing against the 32nd ranked rush defense and the 32nd ranked pass defense. Who ain't taking, my friend? Can still be a Charger.
Well, I'm just going here. I'm surprised he didn't take Justin Herbert when he was wearing the Herbert jersey. So I'm going to go with Justin Herbert. I like Keenan Allen a lot tonight. I like Gerald Everett a lot tonight with no Leighton Vander Esch out there. Damone Clark's banged up too. They got safeties playing linebacker in this game. It's Bell and then probably Javon Curse playing a lot of linebacker, sub-package linebacker this game. So it's going to be a good game for Gerald Everett, probably a good game for Keenan Allen. I think it's still going to be a pretty good game for CeeDee Lamb going against Jasir Taylor in the slot. But Herbert throwing to all these guys is going to make him the top scorer overall.
All right. I think he's in for a big night, too. I got him in my DFS lineup, Coach. So giving you one more right there. JC, do we have any answers from the in the comments? It looks like we got one right there. What you got, my man? It says Jay Herb.
2 touchdowns in the air, 1 on the ground, 225 passing yards, no picks. I was going to say Eckler's my force player this week. So
I love it. I couldn't put him in my lineup. He was too expensive for me. But shout
out to Evan for I'm playing against him this week in one of the leagues that I run, and he goes, "Hey, you got somebody in that's not starting or that's on a bye. You should put Eckler in." I said, "Damn it, I missed one." So I hate having too many leagues, man. It sucks.
That's rough, man. Rough. I had a rough week in a couple of leagues, won a couple others. We'll get to that in a minute, but gave the fans a couple more points. Thank you for chiming in. JC, thank you for chiming in. Evan. All right, last question in the first and, third down kind of situation. No big deal right here. We got plenty of time left in the fourth quarter finale, too. I might give you guys some more time in that as well. All right, here's a pretty good question I got. I think it's going to be kind of wide open, and it's okay if you have the same people. Like I said, we've said that these first 3 questions. Your biggest trade target for week 7 bye teams, okay? For fantasy football players, there's a lot of bye teams coming up in week 7. It is a major bye week. We got the Panthers, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Jets, the Titans, and the Texans. So we're going to go SC, Coach, and then Troy on this one, okay? So SC, you're on the clock. What one of those players from one of those teams are you targeted in the why, sir?
Yeah, there's a few players, but I think, if we want to talk dynasty, you have to go T. Higgins. The first 2 weeks, he saw 20 targets within those 2 weeks. The last 4, he was out one, only seen 16 targets. The offense hasn't looked the same, but come on, guys. This is Joe Burrow. This is a guy that took LSU to a championship and won, a guy that went to the Super Bowl already. This is an explosive offense. We just haven't seen it yet. So hopefully it kind of goes down a little bit and we start seeing T. Higgins come a little bit more. Maybe this bye week gets him a little bit more healthy, so he's going to be more involved in that offense. And it's not just going to be all Jamar Chase. And we're going to see more of Joe Burrow to Higgins.
All right. Giving you one more right there. Yeah, if you can go get him, I would say in redraft as well. Try to make a shot for it. Okay, up next we got Coach. 30 seconds, and it starts right now, sir.
So I would have said Breece Hall, but he had back-to-back top 5 weeks now, so it's probably going to be a lot harder to get him. So we're going to go over the Texans. We'll go with Tank Dell. He's got 2 top 20 weeks in PPR as a rookie wide receiver, which is something that you don't typically see, especially for guys that were, a late day 2 pick. But he's got good chemistry with CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud been playing unbelievable. Finally threw his first interception on the season. But, he's coming off the concussion now. So this is probably the lowest you're going to get Tank Dell for the rest of the year. And, he's a guy that just gets open. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, man, I love it as well. Great points. I have him in quite a few leagues. Not producing points and going to a bye week. He could just be dropped off on the waivers as well. So go take a look there. Up next, Troy, any player you're targeting from these week 7 buys, sir? Go ahead.
Well, I got a couple, so I'm going to go fast. But I agree on Tank Dell. He's my ride or die this year. But I'm going to go the other side and go Nico Collins. If you can't get Tank Dell, go look at Nico Collins. He's rocking this year, and that offense is rolling. As far as the teams that are actually on, other teams that are on bye, I will really like if you're competitive, you got to go get Adam Thielen. People are going to forget about him over the bye week. He is on fire, and he is like a top 15 wide receiver this year, and he shouldn't be. He'll be good for this year. Who knows after that? And this week might have ruined it, but I still think you can go get Bryce Young. If you need a quarterback, you might still be able to get him at a decent price. All
right, love it. Gave us a lot of options there, telling us to go target the Panthers. Things are going to improve. Let's see if we got anything. Awesome Eckler from JC out there. I love it. I think those are all great answers. There's all kinds of targets. It's something I like doing. If you can absorb that bye week and eat it on from somebody, go ahead. I dished off Najee Harris and Chuba Hubbard for Kenneth Walker. Now that guy's got 2 good running backs now, for one, but I still think it was a good trade. It's just a strategy I like doing. All right, at the end of the first and 3, we got Troy 12, SC 11, Coach 10, and the affiliates got 5. Looks like we got something from Evan. Give me Tony Pollard, dual threat at running back position. That is not deep at all. Might be costly, but you want to go try to get him. That's 2 points right there. Thank you, Evan, for answering that. Evan's got some bets out as well. Make sure you guys go check those out. I'm going to give you guys a little extended time. Going to be a little bit more strict with the timer, though. 37 seconds on this. Okay, what we're moving into is the 4th quarter finale. All right, and if you're not familiar with the 4th quarter finale, let me break it down to you. All right, what happens is you must pick different answers. All right, leading point scorer will go first. So in this scenario, Troy will go first, then we'll go SC and Coach, and we simply rotate through these 3 questions. All right, leading point scorer, I already said that. And all points are doubled. So when I give 1 thumbs up, it's going to equal 2 points. All right. It's kind of just a good way for all of us to catch up. But all you guys are all within 2 points. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it comes down. This is based off of half-point PPR, redraft, 12-team, 100-yard bonuses, as we described, 37 seconds on the clock. If I use any stats, they come from a Sleeper or Pro Football Reference. You guys obviously can use them wherever you would like. All right. Little curveball coming at you right up here right now. This is called Utility Players for a reason. And these are 3 special guests because they can talk baseball. In fact, so special, everybody's going to get 1 point, which turns into 2 points, just simply for being able to answer a baseball question. I appreciate it, guys. Astros versus Rangers in ALCS, Game 3 Wednesday. Name 1 player you want for the DFS and why. So, Troy, you're up first. We're talking AL here, my friend, not the NL, but what you got?
Alex Bregman. He's only batting .211 right now. He's .265 on the season, but he's always good for a good slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. And so I think we could see a home run or 2 out of him. And he's from New Mexico, so why not? Let's go Alex Bregman tonight.
Man, I love it. Given the points, I think that's a good answer. Going to get you up to 20 points right there. Plenty of time to spare, so I'm going to stop it. Up next, we have SC. Who do you want in the DFS lineup and why, sir?
Yeah, we're gonna stick with my hometown. The Astros here got the rings. It's reminiscent. They lost today, so they're down 0-2. Backs against the wall. You got to go get Jordan Alvarez. Led the team .438 at batting. Had 4 home runs against the Minnesota Twins in the last series. Had 2 today against the Texas Rangers, whatever they're called. We don't talk about Dallas, but you want to go get Jordan Alvarez. He's gonna put it up. He's gonna get the ball out. He's gonna get home runs for you. Definitely someone to have in your lineup.
Love that. Giving you one more, too. They give it, that's the half, so that comes out to 1 point. That puts you tied up with Troy. All right, this is our DFS expert right here, Coach. Who do you want to play? You can't say either one of those two gentlemen, so it's whatever you have available. Time starts right now.
Yeah, so that's an interesting matchup. You kind of like going against Christian Javier, 4.56 ERA. Max Scherzer coming back off a shoulder injury that he's coming off of, so he's probably going to be limited in some capacity. We'll go with Jose Abreu. He was 3K on FanDuel today. He's 7 for 25 with 1 home run versus Max Scherzer. That home run was this season. 8 out of his last 9 games, he's got at least 1 hit. 4 multi-hit games in that time span with 4 home runs prior to today's contest. And then if you want kind of sleeper guys, look at Leota Tavares. 5 for 16 with 1 home run versus Christian Javier. 5 out of his last 6 games have been at least 1 hit, 2 multi-hit games, and a home run during that stretch too.
Well, getting it in right before the jab, giving you another half a point. You got a pretty commanding lead right now, Coach, with 23. I love those answers. Yeah, baseball is kind of fun, interesting to me. I grew up in the DFW area, so SC and I a little bit at ends there, but I still say one of the best things they've ever done is move the Astros from the NL to the AL West. They've gone to 7 consecutive ALCSs. That's pretty amazing. You just don't see that every once in a while. So enjoy it. It's without question a dynasty to me. But I'm pulling for the Rangers. A lot of Rangers fans that have suffered through a lot of bad years, man. Jets fans think they got it bad. Imagine being a team getting close twice and not winning. So I don't want to hear it. But I'm a Rockies guy this day, so no feelings in this one. I just want the AL to win it. Because I'm an AL guy, and that's why we got an AL question, my friends. So after that 4th quarter finale, do we have anything in the comments, JC? I don't see anything either. Baseball, I didn't think so. That's okay. That's why you guys are special, man. You guys got points for that. Up next, we'll have SC.
I was going to say, if you want a fun fact, Travis Jankowski for the Rangers, his only home run this year is against Christian Javier, who's pitching that game.
Man, so yeah, there you go. And it is, like you said, 416. Tried to compute that. I was like, what is that, like a 270 batting average against him? So that's not bad. You're going to roll with that. Rangers just seem like they're in form, too. I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. Bryce Harper, just a stud, and Phillies winning it all. Yeah, that's the NL battle. We were focused on the AL, my friend. All good, though. Who will be the high-scoring IDP tonight, my friends? Parsons, Mack, Bosa, Van Der Esch is not playing, obviously. Derwin James, or somebody else. Okay, so you can say any IDP, but you can't say the same one. And we got SC coming up first. So what IDP are you giving us, man?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say Asante Samuel. You know, we talked about Dak throwing some interceptions earlier. You know, they're probably gonna feed CeeDee Lamb, so that means Asante Samuel could get a lot of targets, being a possible interception or 2, who knows, and possibly maybe just a couple tackles, especially if they get the ball to CD and he has to, adjust quickly. So I think Asante Samuel could come out of it as the top IDP scorer for Monday Night Football.
Top IDP scorer, a cornerback. I got him in the Kings Classic. And I didn't think I played. I think I played Roger McCray, who got an assist. So Asante Samuel's probably going to go off this game, no doubt about it. Giving you one more point right there at the end for the consistency. 25. Okay, up next, we do have Coach. You're on the clock, and it starts right now, sir.
So when I was first going through this, we got Derwin James, who's fully healthy. I'm thinking in my head, but I'm like, Iggy's not going to like that answer quite as much. So we're going to go with Curse for the Cowboys. Like I said, going to pay a lot of sub package up in the box linebacker tonight. He already plays down in the box a little bit as it is. I think he's going to get a couple extra tackles there and, maybe makes a bigger play in the game too. But I think he's going to wrap up the tackles, especially, with Nolene Van Der Esch. And Damone Clark's been a little bit banged up himself too.
Yeah, great answer, man. We'll have to see what they're doing. I mean, we all kind of predicted Eckler to have a good night. But giving you one more, giving you back to a 3-point lead. You're at 28. Troy, you're at 20, my friend.
All right. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm having some service issues up here in the mountains.
Okay, I hear you great. Can you hear me? Did you hear the question? We're on number 2. All right, ready, Troy? Are you ready? And Troy's gone, huh?
He froze.
Oh, there he is. He's right down here, JC. You see him? Let's see. Can you hear me now, Troy?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Okay, sir. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're having some sort of router trouble up here, I think.
All good, man. All I need is
Yeah, I'm ready. Let me bring up my stats here real quick. I'm sorry. I'm going with Daniel Hunter. Ooh.
I think we lost Troy again. All good. See if we can get him back here a little bit. JC, you got any other IDP to fill in for Troy, maybe?
He said Daniil Hunter. That's what he said. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, but he's not playing tonight. I mean,
know.
That's okay though. That's okay. I'll give Troy a couple points just for the attempt. We'll try to get you back on, Troy. Kind of bouncing back and forth. It looks like behind the back screen. Let's see. I can't tell which one he's on. You got it? All right. Looks like
He's
JC.
back in. I think he's back in now.
All right. Danielle Hunter, it's got to be a player tonight, an IDP player tonight. Okay, Troy, I'm going to give you 30 seconds.
All right, I misunderstood the question, so I'm just going to have to take a 0 for this one because I didn't get a good look. And I'm honestly not that confident with these two defenses to do that. So I apologize, and I apologize for the router internet issues there.
All good, man. I still gave you a couple of points, so you still got a chance. Third question coming up was what we got right here. It's a mystery for all of you, so I felt like it was a pretty good chance on this to come back. There are 7 AFC teams and 7 NFC teams with 3 wins here. I'm going to read them to you once. You each have to pick one from each conference that you think can make it to the Super Bowl. They don't have to win it. Who has the best chance to make it? So right now on the AFC, we got the New York Jets, Las Vegas Raiders, Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Texans. And then in the NFC, we have the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Commanders, the Seattle Seahawks, the Los Angeles Rams, the Tampa Bay Bucks, the Atlanta Falcons, and the New Orleans Saints. So up first on this question is Coach Craig. You got to pick one from each. I'm going to give you guys a little longer on this one, actually. I'm going to bump it up to 42 seconds, okay? Let me hear it. Starts now.
So the easy answer for the AFC is probably the Bengals. That's what everybody's going to pick. But we're going to go with the New York Jets. They hold their own. That defense has been great. It's been stopping all the quarterbacks so far. You know, the NFL scripted, so Aaron Rodgers is going to come back in the playoffs and play somehow 4 months later after his Achilles. And then on the NFC side, it's just kind of a mess either way. So maybe the Dallas Cowboys get the ship right. I just kind of want to root for the Commanders. Maybe their defense starts stepping up and stopping the pass. That's kind of been their big thing. But Chase Young, he's really looked like what Chase Young's supposed to look like at this point in time. He's like, I think, 4th in pressures from defensive ends so far this season.
All right, so your answer is Commanders and Bengals, or Commanders and
Jets.
Yeah, Commanders and Jets. Gave you one more at the end. Got a pretty commanding lead. Got 36 on that. 42 seconds on the clock. Troy, you got to pick one from each conference, and it starts now.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. I really love this team. And like I said, Tank Dell's my ride or died. So, I mean, they've got an explosive offense. They're really young. They're really hungry. They could make magic happen as much as anybody else. Yeah, Cincinnati's in there, but they're banged up, and Joe can't stay on the field, and that's a big deal. So I think we're going to go with Houston there. And then since he took the Commanders, and I just don't feel right taking I'm going to take the Bucks, man. They look like they're revitalized, just amazingly successful so far this year. They didn't expect to be this good. I think if they can just keep doing what they're doing, they could make some magic happen. It's going to take a miracle, but why not? Let's go Tampa Bay.
I love it. Going ride or die with Baker. Wasn't enough to catch you up, but you did get close. Only 2 away, Troy. Not bad. Those are great answers. SC, you know what's on the board, my friend. 42 seconds, and it starts. Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Hold on 1 second. You're muted. Unmute yourself.
There you go.
All right, let's go again.
So he took both my answers with the Texans and the Bucks there. So let's pivot. I'm gonna say the Colts. You know, they have Gardner Minshew. He just needs to not turn the ball over. They just signed JT. He's about to come out with a vengeance. On the IDP side, Zaire Franklin's on pace to have over 200 tackles. That's crazy. 12.8 tackles per game. That's an amazing accolade for a defensive player. If that defense gets together and then Minshew just doesn't lose the game, you just need to win the AFC South, and that's very plausible. On the opposite side there, we're going to go Seattle. Man, Geno Smith, he was a top 10 quarterback last year. We haven't seen it this year. Kenneth Walker's doing good. They just need to elevate. They have a strong cornerback in Devin Witherspoon, who was a first-round pick, who looks phenomenal, who plays the part, who can go up against those wide receivers ones. The defense is there. They just need to get a little bit more from Geno Smith, and if they get that ball rolling, watch out. Seattle's dangerous with Geno Smith and Pete.
All right, I'll give you half a point there. We got anything from the audience, JC? I see things coming in.
That's from before.
Let's see. Derwin James back off 2 weeks of rest to get healthy. I love it. I think he's going to have a great week. I expect him to be flying around. Me too. Coach just thought that was too easy. So what happened is we got an SC, a coach, and a tie. So what we're going to do is 10 second this or that. You got to take one or the other. Coach, since you have won a championship, you do get the floor first. Who's going to have the more points tonight? Half point PPR, Eckler or Pollard? Coach, starts now.
Give me Eckler. It's the first game back. I think there's going to be lots of soft spots. And without wide receivers missing, he's just going to be targeted. He's going to be used a lot in this offense, and they're going to let him go.
All right. You heard it right there, SC. So what that means is you have to take Pollard. It starts now and go.
That's fine. Pollard's going to do it because why? They have Derwin James in the back, so they're not really going to pass. Dak has been looking horrible. It's going to be a game that Pollard just has to utilize the run, and they have to run to keep the Chargers off the field. So we're going to see him get that volume, and he's going to get a couple scores there.
All right. Getting it in right before the bell. Pollard, Eckler, you both gave reasons. Gave some good stats. Wide receivers out. Dak not being well. This is pretty tough. This is pretty tough, JC. I don't know where to go with this one, but I think I might have to pivot you guys to double overtime. Who's going to have the better diet in? Gerald Everett or Ferguson? Since you have a first on the last one, Coach, we'll go college style. SC, you got 10 seconds. Starts now.
Yeah, so Gerald Everett. I mean, for another reason of just the wide receivers being out, who's going to be that second receiving option that stepped up? We haven't seen it from Quentin Johnston. Gerald Everett's a reliable guy that has that chemistry with Justin Herbert.
There we go. Gerald Everett. You heard the reasoning, Coach. What that means is you got 10 seconds. It starts now.
I guess I'm stuck with Jake Ferguson, but that's okay because Dak loves his tight ends. You know, Kenneth Murray's not that great in coverage. Eric Kendricks isn't what he used to be. He's old at this point in time, so why not?
All right. Man, that's another tough call. Make it sound too convincing, but I think I got to give the answer right here. Coach, congratulations. You are the second two-time winner. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, it was weird not picking the Texans for the 3-3 team. I'm just going to put it there as a Texans fan. But, I still think we're missing a couple pieces there, too. And when we were talking, I know I don't remember who even talked about the Seahawks, too. But Seahawks, they really need to get that offensive line healthy and get some pass rush going when they don't play the Giants, essentially, because against everybody else, the pass rush really hasn't been there. But I'm excited to come on once again. I think we'll be doing the Monday Night Football show after this too a little bit. I'll probably hop on for a little bit there too as well. So I definitely do appreciate you having me on once again, though. It's been a little while.
Yeah, dude, Coach, appreciate you being back on. You made it tough. I didn't know who to give it to. I think Troy had it until the router issues. Troy, the floor is yours, man. Anything you'd like to say? Just anything at all, man.
So like I was saying, Voice in Fuego on Twitter. Check it out. I've got my links up there for the site. If you need anything made, let me know. I'll be doing merch. Obviously, I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands. If you pay for articles, I've got 30 days with nothing to do. So hit me up. And then I'll be doing podcasts for free for hopefully getting back with a bunch of my friends, maybe doing more stuff like this. But Voice in Fuego on Twitter, Voice in Fuego about everywhere. But if you need a writer or a podcast guy and or merch, check me out.
Yeah, we are paying some, Troy, maybe not as much as what you've seen. So I'd like to talk to you that as well if you don't get anybody out there. SC, man, thank you so much for being on. Double overtime. I think that's the first time we've had that. Anything you'd like to say, sir? The floor is yours.
Yeah, man, I feel like Colorado just having that big loss. Feel like I was going good and then have that loss in that double overtime there. But it's all right, man. Enjoyed the time. Definitely want to be back on. This was a great show. Find my work on RPO Football, IDP NFL side. Start sit every Thursday. Dynasty Pros every Tuesday and Thursday. Doing some Devi content. And then just tomorrow on Dynasty DGens doing an IDP show with them. And then Devi content on league winners. And follow me on X at the PPR show. Just talking fantasy football. Something we all love.
I love it. I love it, man. Thank you for being here. I am in a group chat with SD, pretty much all these guys at one point. All great, wonderful people, man. I want to make sure that you go follow them. Like I said, if you didn't catch that, at least go follow them on their X, formerly Twitter. That is at Coach Craig Sport. No S, just Coach Craig Sport. Then Voice in Fuego. That's Voice ENFUEGO. And then the PPR show from our guy over there, SD Romero. We're going to get things rolling over there at the watch along party. So come join us. We got Chargers fans. We got Cowboys fans. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just always, JC and I kicking back, doing our thing. What I'm going to be doing is working out. So some slight workouts. Be a lot of fun, man. I think it's going to be a very entertaining game. Well, thank you for spending your time with us. We do appreciate it. Your time is important. We know that without question, okay? Thank you for listening and participating. Remember to check out Monday Night Football Watch Party, all right? And then make sure you follow our wonderful contestants. And as always, bet smart, be lucky to play fantasy football with IDP. JC, take us out.
All right, let's go.